Hello, I'm Mike Williams, president of the Memphis Police Association. There's a hot button issue that's going on in the media right now. It's in regards to the 19-year-old Mr. Darius Stewart and the officer, Officer Schilling, who were involved in an incident. I just want to say that a lot of us are Monday morning quarterbacking about what happened out there on the scene that day. Nobody wants to see a 19-year-old, and I don't care if you're black or white, that is shot. And it's definitely a hot button issue because the police officer was white and the young man was black. I want to applaud Director Armstrong for turning the investigation over to the TBI. If the police department would have investigated, I'm quite sure if he was found, the officer, not to have culpability, then the first thing the citizens would have said is that there was a cover-up. So they turned it over to the TBI. And now you have people saying that, oh, they turned it over to the TBI and the TBI is not going to give any information, when the intent was the right thing to take it out of the hands of the Memphis Police Department. So now you have individuals like Councilman Collins who are calling for the Department of Justice to come in. So that's another law enforcement agency. So now if the Department of Justice gets it and they clear the officer, are we then going to say that justice was done? I want to say that there's a lot of misinformation out there. Officer Schilling, yes, there was a complaint that he had used excessive force once before, but he was never found guilty of that. People complain on officers all the time about incidences that are none-founded, but they keep it in their records anyway, just in case something comes up down the line. Not that he did it. What I saw in the video was an officer who was in a fight with a young man. Do we want the young man to be killed? No, we don't. Should there be an investigation conducted? Yes, there should be. Should we be looking for the truth of what happened? But I don't want this to escalate into a cause when there really is possibly no cause. I don't want the city of Memphis to erupt because of incidences that are happening that people are being held accountable for. Investigations are being conducted. Information is being released. But I definitely also don't want the news media hyping this thing up and putting out erroneous information, sensationalizing it, and making it appear as though this was a bad officer. He should have not been on the department, because that's not necessarily the case. I ask that any young person that out there that comes in contact with the police, please comply. Compliance is the best way to deal with these situations. I'm hoping that the officers approach the incidences with their cups empty, and the young people or anyone approach incidences with their cup empty as well. I have found that if in fact you comply with the officer's commands, then guess what? It's normally going to end up, if in fact Mr. Stewart was not guilty, he could have been fingerprinted, released, and nothing would have happened. Something went terribly wrong out there that night, and I don't want that to happen to any other young individual in this city. There's always a method to complain on the back end, but you have to get through the situation that you're currently in. So please, if you're involved in an altercation with an authority figure, which are the police, please comply. And if you have to complain, then do that on the back end through IAB or security squad. And I also ask the officers to approach situations being aware of things that are happening in this city, because we don't want it to grow. We want to keep this contained, make this a one-time incident, because we have not had incidences like this that have occurred in the city of Memphis. And I think because of everything that's going on around the nation, this is turning into a cause for some people. I think we can get through this. I think we can keep incidences like this from continuing in the city of Memphis. I say let the investigations go on, and let's see what the results of the investigations are. and let's deal with it. This is Mike Williams, president of the Memphis Police Association. Thank you.